Hi, my name is Selena Hunter, and this is my role play exercise for the Criminal Justice 1810 Community Corrections class. For this exercise, we are told to interview as if we are the probation officer, a family or friend, and this is my family friend, who is my husband, Austin, and I will be interviewing him as a defendant. So for this, keep in mind he's not a student, I am, so he won't be perfect, never is, and so I'll be asking him questions based off of the link that the instructor posted on the website. So to start, the date and time current, go ahead. So what is the date and time?
29th June 2021, 1 o'clock.
And your place of birth?
Vallejo, California,
And your country?
USA.
What is your social security number?
623609110.
And what's your birth date?
12/22/1992.
And your age is?
28.
Do you have any scars or tattoos that we should know about?
Tattoos, arms, chest, back, ribs, and feet.
Do you have any scars or no scars?
No scars.
What's the court name that this is all under?
Court name is
What is your legal name?
Austin Jared Hunter.
And what's your true name?
Austin Jared Hunter.
Do you have a maiden name at all?
No.
What's your height and weight?
5'11", 195, brown.
For your eyes and hair? Okay. What is your sex? What gender do you
Male.
identify as?
Male.
What's your race?
White.
And are you of Hispanic origin?
Hispanic.
Not Hispanic?
Yep.
Okay. What is your citizenship?
U.S. citizen.
Do you carry a passport?
No.
So all of that for no. I'm going to go ahead and type that in there. Have you had any travel outside of the United States?
No. Yes.
You
yes.
have had travel outside of the United States. Okay. Where and when was this travel?
2015.
Where did you go when you traveled outside of the United States?
All over.
Can you explain that a little bit more to me, please?
I was on deployment in the military.
So what countries did you visit while
I
on deployment?
visited England, Singapore, Dubai, Bahrain, and then also Hawaii.
So this was for a deployment in the United States, or for the United States military. So I'll go ahead and type that in here as well in the notes section. How much time do you have in your current community?
3 years.
Okay. What is your present address?
2997 South 204th Avenue, Hesperia, Michigan 49421.
What's your telephone number?
707-888-7226.
Do you have an alternate number at all?
No.
Who do you live with at this address?
Wife and 2 kids, Monty and Charlotte.
Okay. These are your 2 children?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a state ID?
Yes. No.
Okay. Do you have a marshal number?
No.
And an FBI number?
No.
Do you have a driver's license?
Yes.
Okay. Is this a Michigan State driver's license?
Yes.
What's your driver's license number?
V5142629205220.
And what county is your address in?
Oceana.
How long have you lived there?
3 years.
3 years. Do you have any major cross streets at this address?
No.
Or any hazards at this address?
No.
Okay. What is your mailing address? Is it the same as your previous address that you stated earlier?
Yes.
It's the same? Okay. Any prior addresses?
Yes. 19216 Mountain Road North. Yeah.
Can you give me the rest of the address, please?
95467 Hidden Valley Lake, California.
Okay. How long were you at this address for?
10 years.
So this is someone you lived with prior, like a mother, father, something like that?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other telephone numbers or contacts that we should know about?
No.
Okay, I'm going to type in some notes here. What about your judicial officer for this case?
Jason Ball.
Okay. And then your friends and family that we should know about?
Wife.
What's your relationship to your wife? Obviously, she's your wife, right?
Yes.
Who's your wife? What's her name?
Selena Hunter.
Okay. What is her present address?
Same as mine.
Okay, and what's her phone number?
231-670-6186.
And what is her occupation? Is she employed?
Correctional officer. Yes.
Okay, and then anybody else?
Monty, my son.
Monty, same last name, Hunter?
Yes.
Is his present address the same as well?
Yes.
Okay, and his phone number, I'm assuming, is yours or your wife's number?
Yes.
Okay, and no occupation, and anybody else?
Charlotte Hunter, my daughter.
And her present address?
Same as.
Okay, and I'm assuming same telephone number?
Yes.
Okay. Is she employed?
No.
Is your son employed?
No.
Okay. Does your spouse know about the arrest?
Yes.
May I call your spouse at all?
Yes.
Who does the spouse live with? Do you live with your spouse?
Yes.
How many dependents do you have? Is it just your wife, your daughter, your son? Do you claim all of them as dependents?
Yes.
What is name of spouse is Selena Hunter, you said. What's her age?
26.
And then what's your place and date of marriage?
San Diego, California. On the 1st of January 2017.
And number of children is 2, correct?
Yes.
And you are currently married?
Yes.
And then I need your children's information and any children from any previous marriages. So let's start with your son, Monty. You said Monty Hunter, and how old is he?
2.
His gender, I'm assuming, is male.
Yes.
Who does he live with?
Me and my wife.
It's both of you?
Yes.
And his address is the same as yours and your wife?
Yes.
And then your daughter, Charlotte Hunter, correct?
Yes.
And then her age?
4.
And female. She lives with
Both of us.
both of you, and she has the same address as both of you, correct?
Yes.
So let's move on to the name and address of your last school attended.
Middletown High School, 2011, Middletown, California.
What else in the address? Middletown, California, obviously, but what is the street number and that kind of stuff?
I do.
So we can go ahead and skip that for now, but at our next appointment, you'll have to know that information, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to move on to your employment information. You are employed, yes or no?
Yes.
How long have you been employed for? At your current form of employment, how long were you employed for?
4 months.
Do you have any viable means of support?
Yes.
Okay. Who are you supported by?
Self and wife.
So you and your wife both support your household, correct?
Yes.
So your method of support is you and your wife's income, correct?
Yes.
What's your amount of monthly support, roughly?
4,000 for myself and 4,000 for my wife.
Okay. What is the name and address of your current employer?
TES, Filer City. My address is 710 West Nile Road.
Filer City, and what is the zip code?
54678.
Okay. And then how long have you been employed at this place, at your current employer?
4 months.
What is your title for your occupation?
Plant operator.
And are you full-time, part-time?
Full-time.
You're full-time. Okay. How many hours per week?
40 plus.
And how much do you gross monthly?
4,500.
And what is your supervisor, his title, his or her title, and their telephone number?
Plant manager. Telephone number is 231-576-4093.
Okay. And what is your plant manager's name?
Todd Schubert.
Todd Schubert. Okay. Does your employer know about the arrest?
Yes.
Can we contact your employer?
Yes.
Can you return to work? I'm going to go ahead and press yes for that one. I do think you can return to work. Previous employment, so the last 3 places of employment. So before this TES in Filer City, where did you work prior to that?
BASF.
And what's the address of this employer?
1326 Whitehall Road, 54375.
What city?
North Muskegon.
So North Muskegon. And what dates did you work there?
2017 to 2021.
What was your nature of work? So what was your form of employment and your weekly wages, and why did you leave that place of employment?
Plant operator. They shut down.
What were your weekly wages?
Weekly wages was 25 or 1,500.
Okay, and then before the BASF in North Muskegon, where did you work before there?
United States military.
Okay,
United
and
States Navy.
how long or what dates were you employed with the United States military?
4 years.
Okay, but what were the dates?
2013 to 2017.
So the U.S. military, do you know any address? I know the military is kind of rough on that. Do you know an address for like a base that you were most recently stationed at?
1130 Oral Street, El Cajon, California. Zip code was 57983.
Okay, and then your nature of work was obviously military work. What were your weekly wages?
$1,000.
Okay, and your reason for leaving the U.S. military?
End of contract.
Okay. Do you have any previous employment before the military?
No.
Okay. So to move on with our next, the transferring district for you is going to be where you got pulled over at. I'm looking at your arrest right now. Where were you pulled over at? So what was the transferring district?
Muskegon.
And then our current office is in Oceana. I'm going to write down your docket number, your defendant number. I got all your arrest information here, so I'll input that myself. I am your case agent, so I'm Officer Hunter, and my telephone number I will give to you at the end of this interview. I'm not seeing any violence in your arrest, so that's good. And then your offense was a DWI. Okay, we'll handle that how we see fit. And you did not resist the arrest, so that's good. So your probation will be a little less strict than most. So do you have any assets, like a checking or a savings account?
Yes.
Okay, how much is in each account? Approximately, it doesn't have to be a...
1,400 in checking, 3,500 in savings.
Okay, do you have any other accounts that we should know about?
No.
Okay. Do you have any automobiles that you make payments on?
Yes.
Okay, what are your automobiles?
Ford F-150 and a Ford Fusion.
Okay, for the F-150, what year is it?
2010.
And what is it valued at currently?
13,000.
And the Fusion, what year is that?
2015.
And the value of it?
10,000.
Do you have any other vehicles we should know about?
Yes.
You don't have any other vehicles?
Quads.
No, that's not a vehicle. Look up. That's an end of a box.
No.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. So do you have boats, campers, jet skis, anything like that? Any fun equipment?
Yes.
Okay, what do you have?
Quads and side by side.
Okay. So you have how many quads?
2.
And
3.
then you have 3 quads and just the one side by side?
Yes.
What do you value all of these things at a combined expense?
50,000.
Okay. And then any real estate?
No.
Okay. Do you have any other income that we should know about other than your current form of employment?
No.
Okay. And then your liabilities for your mortgage. Do you own your home?
No.
You don't own your home?
Yes. I
Okay.
mean,
Who's your mortgage through? Who's your mortgage through?
a Federal Credit Union.
Okay, what are your mortgage payments?
$860 a month.
And the balance on your mortgage?
117,000.
Any other lenders that we should know about?
No.
Any credit cards in your name?
Yes.
What credit cards?
Navy Federal Credit Union.
Do you have any other credit cards?
No.
What's the balance on this credit card?
4,500.
And any Monthly expenses. So, your mortgage? You already told me your mortgage. So we'll move on to utilities. What is the monthly expense for utilities?
Rent 860, utilities 200, cell phone 100. Cable is 120, and then insurance for home and auto is 75, and 175 for auto, and then $400 for health.
Okay, and then your medical doctor. What is your medical doctor's name? Do you have a medical doctor in the area?
Dr. D Word.
Okay, and then do you pay any type of child support or alimony?
No.
Okay, have you ever filed for bankruptcy?
No.
Have you ever been hospitalized?
No.
Have you ever had surgery?
No.
Have you ever had serious injuries?
No.
What types of medications are you taking, if
None.
any? Okay, none. Do you have any contagious diseases?
No.
Have you ever been diagnosed with HIV,
No.
AIDS, or hepatitis? Are you currently seeing a doctor or counselor?
No.
Have you ever seen a psychiatrist, psychologist, or social work for depression, relationship problems, or any other reasons?
No.
Have you noticed any change in your sleep, in your sleeping or eating habits?
No.
Have you recently heard voices or seen things that others cannot see?
No.
Do you feel that if you aren't careful, other people will harm you?
No.
Have you thought about committing suicide?
No.
Have you ever tried any drugs at any time in your life?
No.
When did you start or try for the first? Oh, okay. So let's move on to the next one. Are you presently using or abusing drugs? I'm assuming that's also no. When was the last time? No, let's move on. Have you ever been to information classes, counseling, or treatment?
Yes. But not for drugs, it's for no.
Okay. Do you ever drink alcohol? And I'm assuming because of your current case, you have drank alcohol. So we'll go ahead and put yes for this. Have you ever gotten into trouble while drinking or after drinking?
Yes.
Explain.
For my current reason of getting a DUI.
Okay, so for this reason specifically, but you haven't gotten into trouble before drinking?
No.
Okay. Have you ever gotten a drunk driving or impaired driving ticket?
No.
Does anyone in your family or friends have problem with alcohol or drugs?
Well, actually, for that last one, yes. For this current reason, is my drunk driving. But prior, no.
Okay. Does anyone in your family or friends have problems with alcohol or drugs?
No.
Do you don't have any family or friends with problems with alcohol or drugs that resides with you? So that's good. Do you have any criminal history that we should know about?
No.
And then you're currently on probation. That's why you're actually seeing me. So I'm going to go ahead and put yes that you are currently on probation. Have you ever previously been on probation or parole?
No.
Okay. Do you have any pending matters that we should know about other than the current matter?
No.
Okay. Your residential status, you said you are owning your house, correct?
Yes.
And do you rent or live anywhere else?
No.
Any other contributions toward residential status?
No.
Okay. Your time in your current community in months, please.
36 months.
And then you are currently employed, so I'll go ahead and put yes for this. Your highest grade achieved in your education?
High school graduation?
Okay. No college or anything like that?
No.
Okay. What is your marital status? You said you were married, correct?
Married.
Have you received any psychiatric treatment?
No.
Okay. And you don't have any substance abuse problems other than for your current events with alcohol, correct?
Yes.
Just the alcohol?
Yes.
Okay. So to go over your probation a little bit, I will have a program packet ready for you so you'll know the rules and the stipulations for your current form of probation. We will be taking your license away. You will have a temporary license where you can only go to and from work, and you'll have that for a total of 3 months before you can go ahead and get your license back. You will have to pay a small fine for when you do get your license back, but then after that, you will be able to drive after you get your license back. So 3 months of only driving to and from work. So you'll have like a little paper to carry around with you. Make sure that paper's on you at all times so that when you do get pulled over, or if you get pulled over, you can go ahead and give that one to the police officer. who does pull you over. You will not be able to drink or use drugs of any sort, whether it be recreationally. And then if you do have to take something medically, you will have to go ahead and let me know. And other than that, your curfew, you do have a curfew of 10 p.m. unless you're going to and from work. So you can't be out and about with anybody, even if you aren't driving by yourself. If you do plan to leave the state, I need to know ahead of time so that I can approve or deny it. Basically, I would suggest not even leaving the state at all, or even attempting to leave the state at all, unless it's for a pretty serious reason, or if you're like trying to go on a family vacation that you go on every year, or something like that. You'll have to go ahead and let me know about that. Other than that, if you have any questions, I can go ahead and answer those for you right now, but unless you don't have any questions, we'll have to go ahead and reschedule our next visit. We'll do bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks I'll see you back here until I tell you otherwise. So we'll schedule that next visit for 2 weeks from now at 1 p.m. if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
So no questions regarding your terms of probation. So I'll go ahead and put in the notes that you understand your terms of probation. So I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Sounds great.
Okay, thank you.